pieces of chrome. The side mirrors are not only foldable, but they also come with a blind spot monitoring system.
Yes,
Bastard! Hey guys, welcome back to the Piston Show. It's a beauty, isn't it? Well, presenting the new next generation Ford Everest. As usual though, before we go any further, a word from our sponsor. Remember when diesel was just diesel? Remember all that black smoke that used to bellow out of trucks and buses? Well, BH Petrol completely changed the game when it became the first company in Malaysia to introduce Euro 5 diesel. Now, BH Petrol's Infinity Euro 5 diesel is different from the rest because it features German diesel performance package additives. Now, these additives go into your engine, clean out all the deposits that have formed from years before, giving you maximum performance and maximum fuel efficiency. In fact, power loss is rated at less than 2%. That is an amazing feature, guys. That is an amazing figure as well. Now, BH Petrol's Infinity Euro 5 diesel is available in two variants, B7 and B10 as well. So the next time you port at BH Petrol using Infinity Euro 5 diesel, know that you're making the right choice. What we're looking at over here is the top of the range Ford Everest titanium model. Now this is very cool because it's the only model that comes with performance LED, basically LED matrix headlights. These of course have the iconic C-clamp headlight design, which was made famous by the Ford Ranger. In fact, the Ford Everest shares a lot in common with the Ford Ranger. In fact, the entire underpinning of the car is basically from the Ranger. This is basically the leather frame is from the Ranger, parts of the suspension is from the Ranger, but a lot of the design is from the Ranger. Of course, the headlights, the front grille, a lot more actually. It is powered by the same 2-liter bi-turbo engine, which is identical to the one that you'll find in the Ford Ranger Wildtrak. It produces 210 PS and 500 Newton meters of torque, and is mated to Ford's legendary 10-speed gearbox. The Ford Everest titanium model comes with 20-inch wheels, and it also comes with a lot of bits and pieces of chrome everywhere. In fact, even the side view mirrors are decked out in chrome. Talking about the side view mirrors, they're of course foldable, and they also come with blind spot monitoring system. So there's this light in here that will illuminate every time there's an obstacle that is in your blind spot. But not only that, they also come with a puddle illuminator that lights up any obstacle that might be in your way when you're stepping in and out of the car. So if you go towards the back, well, there's a lot that has changed for the new Ford Everest. For example, the windscreen is now actually a lot larger than the previous generation model. This lets in more light to the third row seats, which makes it feel more spacious. In fact, the entire car is bigger than before as well, 50 millimeters longer, 50 millimeters wider. But that's not all. It also comes with a powered tailgate, and because it's a 7-seater, so you get third row seats over here. And what is great about the third row seats, especially in the titanium model, is that they are electronically adjustable. So just at the press of a button, they fold away. And there's also very cool bits and pieces about the interior that makes living with the Ford Everest a lot more pleasant. For example, it has 10 cup holders and something called media storage as well. Media storage means there's a lot of places for you to keep things such as your phone. And it also comes with multiple power sockets. There's multiple USB points. In fact, why don't we go inside and I'll show you all of this. The interior of the top of the line Ford Everest titanium model is packed with goodies. It is the only model that comes with this E-shifter, which basically you need to press this button at the side here and move it to select the gear that you want. You see something similar in BMWs as well. This is a four-wheel drive model, so you get a four-wheel drive selector. In total, you get 6 different driving modes, and this is the only model that gets this beautiful 12-inch vertical screen over here. It comes with everything such as wireless Apple CarPlay. It even has a Q wireless charging pad, and it has this 8-inch screen over here. Wow, and it has lots and lots of storage space, and the seats too, wow, super comfortable, full leather as well. And it comes with a full panoramic sunroof. In fact, it's the only model that comes with a full panoramic sunroof. Interestingly, it has multiple USB points, as I said earlier, and this is the only model that comes with a USB point at the top here by the windscreen. Not sure if there's another one here. No, there's not. But there's a USB point at the top here by the windscreen, supposedly for dash cams. So you can, plug in your dash cam over here and have it powered up. So there's no need for you to, hide any cables and get it while the power point is at the bottom here. So very well thought out. Of course, you get multiple storage spaces. You get a 12-volt socket. And wow, now let's go check out the back seats. I want to show you how big this car is. This is of course a 7-seater, but even the second row of seats is quite big, and you get your own aircon selector over here. Your blower, you can adjust your blower. Where are the blowers? The blowers are at the top here. So very well thought out. And then of course you get multiple USB slots, a Type-C slot, more cup holders. Yeah, lots and lots of goodies. 300 over 1,000 though. So that's that about the Ford Everest titanium model, which is actually the top of the line variant in the next generation Ford Everest range of models. Priced at a little under 310,000 ringgit, which means it's actually quite expensive for the new Ford Everest. In fact, it's much more expensive than the previous generation model, which was priced between 240 to 280,000 ringgit. Well, let me know what you think about the price down in the comment section. But before you do that, hang around, because we're going to go check out the mid-range variant, the Ford Everest Trend, as well as the entry-level model, which is actually quite good looking, the Ford Everest Sport. And sitting right underneath the top of the line titanium range, we have something called the Trend. This is basically a mid-range variant priced at a little over 280,000 ringgit. But just like the flagship model, it too is powered by a 2-liter bi-turbo engine producing 210 PS and 500 Newton meters of torque. It may not have as much features as the titanium, but it packs a mighty punch as well. Starting at the front, it too has that C-clamp headlight. Obviously it's not turned on right now, so I can't show you that, but there's a C-clamp headlight here. But unlike the top of the line model, this is just LED. It doesn't have that matrix LED technology, which is not a bad thing. At the front, you get a combination of black and chrome grille. Other than that, it's pretty much business as usual. And then if you come to the side, you get the same side mirrors. They are also foldable. However, this one doesn't have a puddle lamp, where else the titanium model, as I said, has a puddle lamp that illuminates any obstacle that might be in your way, whether when you're stepping in or out of your Ford Everest. One other key difference that distinguishes the Trend from the Sport as well as the titanium model is the 18-inch wheels that you see behind me here. The Trend is the only model in the entire Ford Everest range that runs on 18-inch wheels, where else the Sport as well as the titanium runs on 20-inch wheels. At the back, well, there's really very little to distinguish the top of the line models from the mid and the lower end models. It's pretty much the same. However, it also comes with a manual tailgate. It doesn't have an automatic tailgate like the top of the range titanium model. But you still get acres and acres of storage space. Inside, well, it's same but different. For starters, this vertical screen is a 10-inch vertical screen, whereas in the titanium, as I said, it's a 12-inch vertical screen. It's still pretty big. I mean, look at it. It dominates the interior. However, the one key difference between the top of the line model as well as the other variants is the lack of an E-shifter. In here, you get a very regular gear knob, whereas in the top of the line variant, the titanium, you get something called an E-shifter, which I showed you earlier. You also still get 6 different driving modes, which is a good thing. But other than that, the one thing that continues throughout the range is the refinement and the quality of things in here. It feels like a very nice place to be in. Oh, you also do not get panoramic roof. Well, there are some key differences that distinguish the mid-range model from the top of the range model. But some of the key features that the Trend model doesn't have is some of the safety features, as well as other features such as adaptive cruise control, which is only reserved for the top of the line model, whereas the other models only get cruise control, they're not adaptive. But that's not all. You also do not get lane departure warning, and you do not get a blind spot monitoring system either. You don't get a high beam assist because, as I mentioned, this only comes with LED headlights. Other than that, you don't get a rare cross traffic alert either. I thought that feature is one of very important feature to have, especially when you're reversing out of tight spots. You also do not get active park assist, as well as tire pressure monitoring system, which is quite important, especially if you're going off-roading. Now, to conclude this video, let's go check out the Sport model. What I have behind here is the final model in the entire new next generation Ford Everest range. Well, as you can see, this is the sportiest variant in the entire range, and it's aptly called the Sport. There's one key difference that distinguishes the Sport from the other models, and that's the fact that it runs on a 2-liter single turbo engine that produces 170 PS and 405 Newton meters of torque. It also does not have It also runs on a 6-speed gearbox, whereas the Trend and the Titanium uses Ford's now iconic 10-speed gearbox. It also comes in this very cool body-colored front grille, as well as the Everest writing in black as well. It looks very sporty, very cool, and just as I said with the Trend model, the Trend is the only model that runs on 18-inch wheels. The Sport runs on this very aggressive looking and very sporty looking 20-inch wheels. At the back, well, it's business as usual throughout the Ford Everest range of models. They all almost look the same, except that the Sport model, well, you get the blacked out Ford emblem over here, and basically everything is in high gloss black. Interestingly, despite this, the Sport variant being the entry-level variant to the entire Ford Everest range, it comes with a powered tailgate, whereas the Trend, as we saw earlier, though it is the middle variant, that comes with a manual tailgate. Very interesting. Now, this is a good look at the third row seats. As I mentioned, the Titanium comes with electronic powered third row seats, whereas this one, as well as the Trend, well, you have to manually lift them up and put them in place. Then you also get more storage space over here. This is your toolbox. Then you get other stuff over here. I'm not quite sure what all this is for, but yeah. Then you also get a 240 watt electric power socket over there, which is perfect for your passengers, your third row passengers, in case they want to, you know, charge their items and such. Oh, let's go check out the interior. Inside the Sport variant, well, there are some key differences, right? Mainly the fact that you do not get a four-wheel drive selector. You only get 4 driving modes over here. Why is this so? Because the Sport variant is a 2-wheel drive model, unlike its other siblings, which are 4-wheel drive models. The Sport variant is only 2-wheel drive. You also do not get a panoramic roof, but you get this awesome 10-inch touchscreen with Ford Sync 4 entertainment system over here. Still get a lot of storage space though, and the interior is basically the same as the Ford Ranger XLT. It's just about the same as the Ford Ranger XLT. And just like the Trend, it too doesn't have a lot of features, a lot of driver assist systems, such as it doesn't have things like adaptive cruise control, which is only reserved for the flagship model. It doesn't have lane departure warning, blind spot information system, high beam assist, because it only comes with LED headlights. It doesn't have the LED matrix headlights. But all in all, it still packs a mighty punch. You know, it's still an awesome machine. It may not be as powerful as its other siblings, as its more expensive siblings, but it's definitely a stunner. So there you have it, guys. A quick look at the new next generation Ford Everest range of models right here at the Piston Show. We'll reserve our final judgment until we drive these cars, but for now though, hope you enjoyed this video. As usual, do consider subscribing.